campaign trail. We're here at Baramati. We see how Baramati's MP Supriya Sule is campaigning in the main part of the city. In fact, it's an action-packed day for her. She begins all the way today at Pathas Road, and then her campaigning, her rally would continue. We've seen how she's been meeting people, elderly, young alike, visiting people at stores, at their residences. It's a door-to-door campaign that Supriya Sule is undertaking. We in fact speak to her now. And in Lok Sabha, people had their eyes on Baramati because it was a strong contest between you and Sunita Vani. Again, now it's Ajit Dada versus Yugendra. It's the first time, second time, of course, since the party split. Now there's a Pawar versus Pawar because clearly this is a home run for Pawar. How do you see this battle going further?
For me, it's not a battle. It's not. For me, it's an ideological battle, never a personal battle.
But is there a split in the family because of this whole
Not at
battle?
all. Not at all. 98% of the family is on one side.
But we see how Ajit Dada keeps saying that he's isolated because the family is all on one side.
It's a choice he has made. Nobody asked him to make that choice. It's a choice he has made. And he's an adult. He's not even an adult. He's a senior citizen. He's 65 years old.
What do you think right now the Maratha voters really want, and what will be their stance, considering you all have been on the length and breadth of the state and speaking them?
Maratha, Dhangar, Likayat, Muslim and Bhatke. All of those communities are asking for reservation. It's something the BJP promised. So all these communities have been asking for reservation. And I've been telling them to make a comprehensive bill. We will support any such bill. But the BJP, which has been in power for the last 10 years, has done nothing about it.
And we also saw how Ulema both have written to the Mahavikas Aghadi asking for reservation. Because you've spoken of the reservation, is the NCP party supporting the reservation?
NCP is supporting Maratha, Dhangar, Muslim, Lingayat, Ani Bhatke Vimukta Samaj. We are supporting all this reservation. And this is not just on your mic, I've spoken in parliament.
So, when we speak of the whole Ladki Bahin and the Mahalakshmi scheme, of course, 3,000 rupees something has been promised by the Mahavikas Aghadi. But we are seeing how the Mahayuti is saying that you all are trying to copy the scheme that's already in place.
Well, it's a joke. It's an immaturity. When we did the Sanjay Gandhi Niradhar Yojana, what was that? Way ahead of its time.
Right.
Much before they even started. And when did they start this Ladli Bahin Yojana? Only after they did so miserably in Lok Sabha.
Right, we are also seeing how you're meeting a lot of shopkeepers, speaking them about how Baramati is taking the lead in producing a lot of things. But parallelly, we also see how cotton and soybean farmers are distressed in Maharashtra.
Of course they are. This is the fault of this government right now. This soybean and cotton is a very, very big issue. And the central government and the state government should have paid the prices, the minimum support price, which they haven't done.
So, if MBA comes to power, what is it that could be done?
100%. When we were in power, we've given 7,000 and 8,000. So why would we not again do it?
Right.
We gladly do it, happily do it.
We're seeing how your voters are giving the symbol for Tutari. We heard a young chap saying Ramakrishna Hari Vazwa Tutari. Do you think anywhere losing that clock symbol is going to be any impact on the voters of y'all in any way?
Well, Maharashtra has voted assertively with the Tutari symbol. So it has clearly reached. Otherwise, I won by a margin of 1,60,000. That means the symbol has reached.
And of course, with the kind of support your voters gave you, we have a new face, Yugendra Dada, this time a young face. We've heard earlier Ajit Dada saying that young faces should be propagated, but when Yugendra came in, he was critical about Yugendra stepping into, for the MLA position at Baramati. What do you think of that?
I see no reason why I have to react to everything that Ajit Pawar says. It's a democracy, he can say what he wants.
And Tahi, there's so much being spoken about the CM face in the state. As we head into elections, who do you think would be the CM face for the Mahavikas Aghadi?
You will know in 10 days.
The eldest leader, the senior most leader in the country, someone that everyone looks up to, particularly in Mahavikas Aghadi, he is the guiding light for everyone. But just a couple of days back, we saw that he was hinting, saying that he did not want to, be active in politics and work in social life.
He didn't say that. If you remember what he said that I will not contest another election. So this is about contesting elections.
You speak of the whole going further, when we go further in elections, what are the vision for this Vidhan Sabha election by you and Yugendra Dada?
Clearly a non-corrupt government, non-corrupt administration, good governance, clean governance, and we will fight against corruption, we will fight against price rise, inflation and unemployment. We will have to find policies to create good employment.
Because we speak of, because you've spoken about the whole corruption in the government, we saw how, because of what you were speaking, there were a lot of attacks made against you and Pawar Sahib in the run-up to Lok Sabha elections. Of course, now the stance has softened. What do you think the kind of change in stance is?
You'll have to ask them. We have been consistent about them.
Okay.
Consistency and dependability is our middle name. But BJP and the allies keep changing. So it's clearly a directionless campaign.
And they're speaking about batenge to katenge. Do you think?
Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. This is not what Maharashtra or India is all about. Unity in diversity is something which we are proud of in India. And it's unfortunate that they don't have an agenda. And hence, it's sad to see the BJP and the allies going to this low level.
Speaking of that, in an interview yesterday, Devendra Fadnavis has said that the party split because Sharad Pawar Sahib wanted to make you as the CM.
Point is that why don't we go by data? In the last 25 years that the party has been in power, who has been in the position of power? Ajit Pawar. Sharad Pawar made Ajit Pawar deputy CM not once, not twice, not thrice, 4 times. So where's the question? It's almost funny and laughable when the BJP makes such allegations.
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's legacy is very important. We saw how you met these voters who made this nice killa with the whole story depicting the fall of Afzal Khan.
It's a tradition in Maharashtra. During Diwali, all the children do this.
Okay. And we're seeing how his legacy is being invoked time and again in the whole election campaign. Do you think that has become one of the election agendas by the Mahayuti?
Well, the lesser the Mahayuti talks about it, the better it is. Because Mahayuti has consistently, their leaders have insulted the Chhatrapati and all our tall leaders of Maharashtra consistently by their loose comments. And the worst thing that has hurt Maharashtra the most is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's statue, which the Honorable Prime Minister had inaugurated, fell down because of bad planning. And people in the media say there was probably corruption in it. I'm not saying, but that's the speculation that people are doing. So it's unfortunate that a government does not even spare Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.
Speaking of the legacy of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, yesterday Prime Minister Narendra Modi, when he was in Mumbai, said that those who have a problem with Shambhaji Maharaj's name and ideology are going against the people of Maharashtra and Marathas.
I don't know who he was talking about.
Right. And Tai, we see your daughters also campaigning along with you. Is that making way for the next generation to take over the whole?
Not at all. My daughter doesn't even open her mouth. She just come here to support her brother Yugendra, and she's only here for the love of him.
Yugendra Dada contesting, is it a way that Pawar Sahib would want newer generation to take his legacy and the ideology that you're looking for further?
Oh, of course, because 30 years ago he launched Ajit Pawar, and 30 years later he's launching Yugendra Pawar. Always you must allow new talent to come. So it was when Mr. Pawar was in his late 50s, he launched Ajit Pawar, who was in his 20s. So it's the same thing happening all over again.
So we'll see Yugendra Dada replacing that 7-term MLA and becoming the new MLA, the new face of Pawar family.
People of Maharashtra, people of Baramati will decide.
Of course, people of Baramati will decide.
I'm sure that people will stand by Mr. Sharad Pawar and an honest, talented, hard-working, new, talented face which will lead the future of Baramati for the next 30 years.
Last question to you. We also saw how it was mentioned that Pawar Sahib was aware that Ajit Dada was going for the swearing in with Devendra Fadnavis in 2019.
Isn't that a joke? Why would we fight back? It's common sense. It's not rocket science. If Sharad Pawar had known, why would the government fall? Devendra Fadnavis and Ajit Pawar's government should have lasted 5 years. I mean, I'm appalled that people I thought who were so intelligent come up with such theories, which not even a child will buy.
Last message for Baramakis.
वेल, आपण जे लोकसभेला आम्हाला साथ दिली तशीच विधानसभेला बारामतीची सेवा करण्यासाठी आपण संधी द्या. रामकृष्ण हरी, वाजवा तुतारी.
And how do you see Yugendra Dada carry forward, taking that legacy further of Pawar Sahib?
Well, Pawar Sahab's legacy, one person will not carry. Many people. We are, just because we are related by blood, and there are all these people will carry Sharad Pawar's legacy.
Thank you, Tai. So that was Supriya Tai visiting door-to-door campaign at Baramati, asking for the same mandate that they got in the Lok Sabha election.